Okay, people. Good morning. Happy whatever holiday, winter ending of beginning of winter solstice or Christmas, as you all call it. You know, I made a comment earlier off based on a conversation that I had with a young lady, and we was talking about people that stab one another in the back. I said I said, you don't understand human nature. None of y'all do. See, the thing is, what we perceive as stabbing somebody in the back, those people that you said, oh, that's a good friend of mine, I wouldn't dare do that. You know, those individuals have a knife at your back and twisting it in slowly. The only true friends you really have are your friends that's loyal to you from the jump. Your true friends are those people that you no longer have in your life. They passed on to the other realm or the spiritual plane. I don't call heaven and hell because those are fabrications that were fabricated and plagiarized off ancient religions, and then they call it Christianity, Islam, Judaism, etc., etc. I don't believe in such fairy tales, but I do believe that in the spiritual plane that we all leave here and we come back here, we return back. So therefore, your body death is not truly a reality. Death only your body dies. Your spirit, or what you call your consciousness, remains. That what remains. Sometimes you see those spiritual people that left you in the world that you were living in, they come back as someone else. Maybe you may even see them in your children. Maybe they may come back as a dog or cat. Some of y'all call it reincarnation, which to me make more logical sense. Now somebody say reincarnation is not real. That's not real. That's fairy tale. Well, then who's to say that believing in some man that rose from the dead fairy tale that they plagiarized from ancient Kemet? Hence his name is Horus, the sun god. Horus, the son of Set, who who impregnated Isis. Isis was the Virgin Mary. She was the prototype for Mary, just as Horus was the prototype for Jesus. It was all plagiarized, people. Anyway, I already did a video about that. But for the most part, when people talk about, well, I'll never stab someone in their back. Yes, you have. We all have. Whether you know it or not, you thought it was doing a good deed. And it maybe was doing a good deed, because some of those motherfuckers maybe was doing some treacherous shit. Have anyone ever seen someone doing some shit that was so turned treacherous and ratchet that you had to go tell somebody, and you went and told on them, and they didn't know you did, but then they found out later and they told you you stabbed them in the back. Motherfucker, sometimes that stabbing in the back is for a good reason. The whole thing is, you may have people that's in your in your circles, and you may think they are good friends, but actually a lot of them are not. And a lot of those people who you thought that were loyal to you actually have a knife in your back and slowly pushing it in inch by inch. So fuck it. You just took the knife and plunged it right into the back. Now people say backstab, that's not honorable at all. The acts of a coward. Well, that depends on that person if he got several knives pointing at your back. So, what we call backstabbing and shit is a natural trait. It's something that's natural, that's in not only in humanity, it's in nature. You have chimpanzees, um, chimpanzee troops in Central Africa, and they'll have a troop leader that's a tyrant. So the other ape, he'll befriend them just to get close to him, get close to that other chimpanzee, the one that's running the troop leader, and two other chimpanzees form an alliance to wipe him out. Now, you chimpanzees are the closest things to human beings. So these characteristics came down with us humans. You know how many fucking generals Genghis Khan had to kill before he found those who were really loyal to him? He had he had to kill many. He had to even kill Genghis Khan, even had to kill one of his best friends. Yes, Genghis Khan, the great Mongol leader Genghis Khan, had to kill his best friend, and he didn't want to do it. So the best friend didn't want to be up under his leadership. So he said, "Look, man, which way you want to go?" He said, "I'd rather die." So you know what he did? He put a pole in back of Tuyuk's. That was the general's name, one of the general's names. He put a pole in back of him, tied him up, and broke his back. And he said, "How you want to get buried?" He said, "Leave me here staring up at the sky as I die, looking at the stars." So that's what Genghis Khan left him at. Alexander, he was betrayed by Persepolis, and a lot of his generals betrayed him when he was fought before he fought the Battle of Motan. You know what he did? He killed all the generals that was betraying him. Killed all of them. Alexander. We ain't gonna even talk about Philip, his father. Philip, the shit that he did. Man, it pales in comparison to what Alexander's did. But nevertheless, these people had people that stabbed them in their back, and they got rid of those people. They became some of the greatest generals of all time, including Shaka Zulu. Why do I mention these generals, people? Why do I mention them? The reason why I mention them because I'm a military-minded thinking person. And if you're a military-minded thinking person like me, I'm sure there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here that think before they carry out things. They actually have they use their rationale to think about moves before they make them moves on the chessboard because they know life is not a fucking checker game. They know it's a chess game. Those are people who realize that. And those people who realize that think the same and think alike. And those people are easier to move around because y'all think the same. Whereas the people that have the knives at your back that you thought that were your friend, they just twisting the knives in slowly, but you just go ahead and shove the damn knife in their back and finish it off. That's all I'm saying. Am I trying to tell you to be a backstabbing individual? We already have done that. Many of us, many a times. That's just the human condition. That's all survival. Out of survival. And people that say, "Oh, I haven't done this," they're a goddamn lie. Over and out.